In today's topic, I want to explain the digging in. Digging in if you're in a discussion or you're being challenged by someone. And what are the downsides of digging in? Hi, everybody. My name is Jerry, and I want to talk about spirituality. So, in today's topic, I want to talk about digging in yourself. And what do I mean with digging in? Digging in means that you're being challenged by people, you're being challenged by situations which maybe normally you would not take up this challenge if you're not being challenged. Let's explain it this way. If it's not your path, you would not normally do something like this. But because someone has challenged you, people tend to feel challenged by something and then they want to show that they can. But the problem is that if you're not interested in this subject, it's not your path. But just because you're being challenged, you jump into this challenge. Now I want to explain why I had this topic, because this is a topic that I have seen in my life quite a lot. And this one goes about my daughter. She's 16 years old and she was challenged. She told us that she was going into the army. So now I know that this is not her path, but I cannot tell her that this is not her path. So I started to explain to her that what are the downsides and the problems. I'm putting left and so the positives and the upsides and the downsides of the army thing. I'm explaining her to her. I'm giving her now all of the information. But the problem is that she has been challenged. She sees it now as no, I want to do this because I want to show the world that I can be in the army. I can be in the military. So now what's happening is that from the mother's side and from my side, she's getting a lot of, for her, in her eyes, negative feedback about the army. And she's now thinking that this is something she is not allowed to do. Is the human psyche works like that. When you're not allowed to do something, then you want to do something. But when you're allowed to do it, you don't want to do it. This kind of energy you could see in the COVID time when you were not allowed to go after 12 o'clock at night outside. Then somehow you wanted to go after 12 o'clock at night outside, and it was a real big thing for you. What now happened is that we went 2 years into this story, and the more I talked with her, the more she started digging in. She was in the offensive mode and she was digging in deeper and deeper. Okay, let's not talk about the army anymore. It's your choice. So what happened now? We're now 2 months, the school has started, and she has changed her mind. I stood behind her 100% in her first decision, but now in the new decision also. I told her, then you have to look for something else. All of the money that I've lost buying books, and let me show you. Big bags, and I've bought all the, and it's not about the money anymore. The problem is now that she now has to find, she has found already, but she had to find another school because she told me she didn't want to go to the army anymore. Totally not again, not with that big bag on her back, not going sleeping at night in the dark in some kind of a barrack. It was finished. She didn't want it anymore. It was over, finished. I said, okay, I respect you. And sometimes you just have to say, I quit. When you know that the choices you have made in the beginning were not from the heart. And that is what happened with her. Instead of making choices from the heart, she was making choices from the friction, just to show. That's typical how my daughter is. If you say you cannot jump, she will say, I'm going to show you that I can jump, even though she's not interested in jumping. It is the challenge she likes. She likes the challenge. So, but now we also have to think about, aren't some things in our life just challenges that we have just picked up because we are not interested in this subject, but just interested in the challenge? So what now happened to her is that she is losing one whole year. I don't see it as a loss, of course, but you can look at both ways. But one of the first things was in my mind, like if she had not, things go as they go, eh? Okay, but let's think about what are the consequences. And one of the consequences is that now all of the other studies, they started already, and they're not interested in someone jumping in after the school has started 2 months along the way. Now she has to do like a inter-year, something in between. She will get some kind of a degree, but now she has 1 year just to think about what she really wants to do in life. She has a whole year. I've explained it to her, listen, don't make the old mistakes and dig in, and please think about what your heart is more into, where your passion lies. Is it a positive passion? Is it a passion that brings yourself and humanity forward? Or is it just a challenge? Is it just a way of proving yourself that you can pick up and be the best in everything? Because life will show you that you cannot be the best in everything. So the main topic, the red line of this whole story, is that life will challenge you sometime, but you don't have to take on all of the challenges. You can just do the challenges that you are really interested in. Am I willing to put all of my energy in this thing? And that's a conscious way of living. To be conscious about where I am going to put my energy into. Am I going to put energy in something that I'm not fully morally standing behind it? Morals and standards are very important in life. We are now going in a difficult time with war and a lot of things going on, but especially war. And I think that morally, when you make choices, it's important that you look both ways, and you have to ask yourself, do I really want to dig in and have a struggle and have a fight against some group which you think that is wrong, or do you rather want to stay in the middle and believe in peace instead of choosing sides, left or right, in the extremes? Because I see that our life has become mostly in the extreme, either extreme left or extreme right, but they're both in the extreme here and extreme there. But it's best to be in the middle, in the hot chocolate. It's best to be green. It's a choice, but it's a choice that is made from the heart. So something to think about in this age, in this time of all of the extremes. Thank you for watching. My name is Jerry, and I want to talk about spirituality.